we are going to discuss the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn by Keats. Now, in the previous class, I have already explained the background of this poem, and you are supposed to watch the video to better understand the poem. Today, we are going to start a line by line explanation of this poem. And it also needs that there must be the hard copies of this poem also. Because without holding the hard copies, you cannot understand the poem. Now, as I already told you, the poem is based upon a comparison, and there is a comparison between the real life of a man and the world of art. The world of art, the world of literature, and the real world of human being. There is the comparison. As you already know in the biography of Keats, that his life was full of miseries and sorrows and sufferings were there and pains were there, despondency and disappointment was there. So he wanted to take shelter somewhere. And if you remember, in the biography and in the life of works, I told you that he wanted to take shelter somewhere from the harsh realities of life. Now, when he draws a contrast between the real world and the world of art, so there is also an element of that escapism, that he wants to escape from the harsh realities of life and go to the world of art to enjoy the peace and tranquility which is prevailed over there. Now, the urn, as I already explained in the previous lecture, that he saw an urn, a vase. Urn means vase. That is a decoration piece, you can say. V-A-S. All these things are explained in the previous lectures. So he was very much impressed from the sculptors who has drawn different images on the surface of that earth. And he started to write the poem on all those things because the images and the pictures, they have a complete story behind it. And Mr. Keats was there to describe those stories which are hiding behind the pictures imprinted on the surface of the earth. That is clear to you. There were the pictures of people. The pictures of musicians were there. The picture of church and the picture of a whole village is imprinted on the vase. And he is narrating all those things because all the images, they were sculpted in such a way, they were imprinted in such a way that Keats was very much influenced by the hand of that sculptor. Sculptor, you know, who is, who draws from the marbles, from the stones. Santrash, you see, in Urdu we say santrash. Different trees were drawn, trees. Fruit-bearing trees and shady trees were there. So all these things were there. There was also a loving couple was also there. A loving couple. Now, and he appreciates that lover in the sense that now there is a story. The picture is drawn in such a way that the maiden, the beloved, she is trying to escape. And the lover is chasing her. The lover is chasing her to catch her and to kiss her. But he can never catch and kiss her because there is something on the surface imprinted. So he says that you are a very, he addresses the lover that the lover is a blessed one. He is fortunate and lucky man because his beloved will remain beautiful forever and forever. And he will be loving her forever and forever. That's the Hatasakur and then you about Babalik. See that? Oh, that was not the case. What was there on the surface of the earth? That is clear to you. So different images, and in the last stanza, that is very memorable stanza in the sense that it carries some memorable lines. That beauty is truth, truth beauty. That all you need to know on earth. So these are memorable lines, and in that stanza, he says that the earth, there is a friend to man, and he is, and it is, yani the urn is uh, making the human beings to realize the importance of art, because a lot of time has been passed and will be passing, but the urn will be the same. Time cannot affect it. Time cannot affect it. And here in the real world, old age is there, hardships and miseries and disappointments are there. So the world of art is more permanent. The world of art is more beautiful as compared to the real world. That is what in this poem he says. Now we are going to explain it in detail and line by line. And you must have the hard copies of this poem. If not the hard copies, you can consult your mobiles. Now, but remember, before this lecture, you must watch the previous video, because after that, you will be reading this poem. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time. Though, Thou, though, mean you, Y-O-U. Y-O-U. You. And he addresses the urn. He addresses the urn, the vase, that you are still, up till now. Up till now means that a lot of time has been passed. Centuries has been. Because the urn, it was belonging to Greece. Because in the very title of the poem, it is Grecian. Grecian means it belongs to Greece. Old classical time. Classical time. So it means that centuries have been passed. And you are still unravished. You are still undisturbed. Unravished means undisturbed. Or you are not destroyed by the time. Unravished, undisturbed. Bride of quietness. Bride of quietness. In complete quietness and silence, peace and tranquility is prevailed on your surface. You are such a thing that it is compared to a bride. The bride also becomes very much silent on the very day of marriage. She remains silent until the bridegroom comes into the room. You know that fact. So, that kind of silence is compared to this earth. The silence of the bride. And if he gives the comparison of a bride, to look at the selection of words by the poet. And he selects those words that also represents beauty. Now, bride, that is the most beautiful thing on that very night. Bride. So the urn is also like a bride. It is completely virgin, completely untouched by the ravages of time. As the bride is completely pure and virgin. So the same is the case with the urn also. In centuries have been passed, but even then it looks like a bride in relation with quietness, with silence, and in relation with beauty also. So two comparisons are there. So when he uses the word bride, so it also refers to the beauty and the serenity and calm on the surface of the earth. Thou still unravels bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time. And it also seems that you are the stepchild. Foster child means the stepchild of silence. Completely silent, the image is. Yani the urn and whatever the images are drawn on the surface of the earth, they are completely silent. Forever and forever they are silent. Peace is there, tranquility is there on the surface of the earth. So it seems that you are the stepson of silence and slow time. Slow time means that time cannot affect your beauty. Time cannot damage your beauty. Centuries have been passed and centuries will be passing, but you will remain the same. Your beauty and your silence will remain the same. You are such a thing. Slow time. Yani centuries seem as if they are 1 year. 1 century is compared to 1 year, for example. Or 1 year is compared to 1 day. Huh? Like you may be knowing, Islamically speaking, कि doomsday बांधने वाला क़यामत रोज़ बची कंप्लीट और 500 सरकारी है, सही है क्या? हो वाला का मतलब है जब आप टाइम क्या टाइम दासी क्या? ये दुनिया भी रोज़ और टाइम बेल चलेगा और खरीद बिया बेल चलेगा। दे कि रास्ते इशारा है, सिर्फ तो सीन्स स्टील जो होता बांधने में तासर ना के, स्टैप ब्यूटी बांधने और तब आने कम images जो शी agam forever fresh, forever green. Self an historian who can thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. Self an historian, pastoral historian. Pastoral means village historian. A historian who was belonging to village. And why he was belonging? Because all the scene, they are belonging to village life. A kind of village life is represented on the surface of the earth. So he says that that historian might also be belonging to a village. So that was a pastoral. Pastoral means village. Village historian it was. Who can thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme? Yani who was that much master and skilled in his profession, in his that art, in drawing the pictures, that he can easily express a beautiful tale, more beautifully than our poetry. Yani when you are describing a beautiful thing in our writing, in our poems, so he can express that story by drawing pictures more beautifully and more sweetly than ours. It means like that. Who can thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme? That is clear. What leaf French legend haunts about thy shape? Of deities or mortals or of both? Now, what? It has two meaning here. Number one, that is question. WH question, what? And it is also used for some expression of wonder. It is also an exclamation, you know that. In cricket commentary, you might have heard, what a beautiful shot. Yeah, what a beautiful ball. Those kind of question matlab nahi hota. So what can also be used as exclamation. तो यहाँ पर दोनों मीनिंग है. एक तो ये क्वेश्चन करता है कि और दूसरा हैरानी की भी है कि what leaf French legend haunts about that shit. Leaf French. Yani there are different trees. And the branches of the trees, they are coming down to the ground and they are almost touching the ground. Touching the ground, the branches. It means that the branches of the trees, they are very green and coming down to the earth. Coming down to the earth in the sense that the people whose picture are drawn over here, for example. They are sitting under these trees and they are narrating stories, different kind of stories. They are describing each other, and their heads are being touched by those branches. So those stories told by these people, so they are referred to as what leaf-fringed legends. Legends mean stories. Stories. Legends mean stories. Leaf-fringed mean that the leaves are touching the heads of those people who are narrating the stories. I have already told you that behind each and every picture, there is a particular story. There is a particular legend. So all these legends are leaf-fringed. Yani they are told under the shady trees. And the branches of those shady trees are almost touching the heads of these people. So those legends and those stories have become leaf-fringed. Leaf-fringed legends. Haunts. Haunts here mean they are prevailed on your surface. Haunts. Yani all the surface of that urn, that vase, it is filled with different kind of stories told by pictures, told through pictures, you can say. तो वो stories है कि they are leaf French legend haunts about thy shape. Thy mean your, about your shape. On your shape there prevails a lot of stories, and those stories which are being told under the shady trees. Of deities or mortals. Now, the legends are the pictures. They are of deities, gods and goddesses, or mortals, or human beings. It means that the pictures are drawn that much beautifully that one cannot differentiate. Either it is the picture of a god or goddesses, or it is the picture of a normal human being. That much beautifully the pictures are drawn. One cannot differentiate. Clear? That much beauty is created as the beauty of gods and goddesses. The beauty of gods and goddesses are of both, or of both. In Timp or the days of Arcady, now a kind of valley is created. Timp. That is the name of a valley in northern Greece. नॉर्दर्न ग्रीस में एक वैली का नाम है टिम, और इस तरह आर्केडिया भी एक माउंटेनियस एरिया है, ये भी ग्रीस में है, जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रीन है, शेडी प्लेसेस है. तो उसका एक पिक्चर उस पर पेश किया गया है. तो उसमें ये सारे पिक्चर्स वगैरह गॉड्स एंड गॉडेसेस और मॉडल्स ह्यूमन बींग्स की ड्रा किए गए हैं. What men or gods are these? Again, what? So he is at the same time astonished in how beautifully they are run. And also there is a kind of question. What men or gods are these? I cannot differentiate either these are men, human beings, or gods and goddesses. What maidens though? In the beginning I told you that there was a loving couple. A loving couple was also there. So the maiden, she was very shy. Loth means shy. Shy, you know, coy. C-O-Y. Coy. It is also called coy. Jangan kau buku ni, kamu kami lo subi buku. Dari poem padinum mandi to his coy mistress. Jangan to his coy mistress. एक poem इस पर लिखा है. To his shy mistress. So what maidens loathe? The girls, they are very shy. So that is something great on the part of a sculptor, or on the part of an artist, on the part of a painter, that he can create emotions in his painting. Da gorduna bada khabar na da picture mixer ko arsuk juruli shi. Bas picture jurka. Which is the emotion display kana. No, that is something great. Da is a mamuli painter ya a mamuli artist kar rahe. चित्त पके शायनेस रावले ते पके मतलब दा है लशनेस रावले ते पके पेशेंस पके पैदा के दागे रस्तर के पता से तरीके जोड़ के चेहरे की इमोशंस भी, पेशेंस भी, फीलिंग्स पकी भी. That is something that this कम पे सही है. तो यहां पर भी इसने शाइनेस पैदा किया है, उसमें शाइन लो. तो इट आल्सो रिफर्स टू द ग्रेटनेस ऑफ द आर्ट. What made pursuit? What made pursuit? Yani the lover is crazily pursuing, following his beloved. मैंने आपको बताया था कि there was a loving couple also. The maiden tries to escape. The beloved tries to escape from the touch or from the grasp of the lover. तो ये उस तरफ इशारा है. What made pursuit? Madly the lover is trying to follow up, to chase, chase, chase. फिर यानी दापक करना चाहते थे. What made pursuit? What struggle to escape? Again, what is used for astonishment, for wonder, and also a question. Yani how beautifully she is escaping herself from the clutches of the lover. What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? The pictures of the pipes, pipe, you know that is float, F-L-U-T-E, float, Bansri. Bansri कहते हैं ना pipe. So the images of different musical instruments, pipe and timbrels. Timbrels, small kind of drums से कहते हैं ना. यो हुडुल्की भी कहना आगाट. और यो दुगड़े भी बड़े बड़े होने. सही लगा? आराबाब लुंगी प्रोग्राम किसी तरह का है. No, again the timbrel with small kind of drum, D-R-U-M-S. What wild ecstasy! So all these things, all these pictures and the very scene on the surface of the urn, it creates a kind of ecstasy. Ecstasy means rapturous delight को कहते हैं ना, ecstasy. जानडन का इसके ऊपर एक दूसरा पोएम है. यार जानडन देर को बस पता नहीं लगी वो आगा मेटाफिजिकल पोएट होगा. मेटाफिजिकल पोएट दास यूज लेके होता से हैंड कौन होने पोएट मेटाफिजिकल चला का नेचर या फिजिकल लाइफ से देर ज्यादा ताल्लुक न साथी क्या मेटाफिजिकल बियॉन्ड द फिजिकल वर्ल्ड. उर्दू में इसके माफोकल फितरत या मा बाइद तबीआती वदवी. सही है क्या? चियागा the most heterogeneous ideas are yoked together. पजोर बांधे योग को पे जाने क्या ना Y-O-K-E योग. दे पटो की चक्कर या पकाओ सो जनरेटर दी दे गाने के में चित्वा होया नो माया दा कम जहवा चढ़े जब तक योग हुई Y-O-K-E योग. नो आगे पजोर बांधे योग बल सरदा सरा निस्दिकड़ी हो रावानी कार कहीं क्या योग together. Heterogeneous ideas मतलब चित्ते strange होंगे अजीब ideas होंगे भी. लकोस दाग उस तक मुंबई लड़ा. पर एक क्लास की दाग कहते दाग क्या? चला divergence accusation हो गया. लग पके सारे नोरम दरेश. यो poem के दे हुई जे. Your beloved to which either you love me or you do not love me. Either you marry me or you do not marry me. But we have already married. The very masketo that has bitten you. Come mashi chita koda lega na aga mashi ra the same koda. But the Lord bloody of the shirt. The mashi pa theater. The moon wale. Those like most heterogeneous ideas that we get. बल यो पोएम की द कंपास यो मिसाल होती कंपास द दुख भी दासी यो स्टैंडिंग भी क्या और यो दासी गिर जा बेरा था भी दी बिले वर्त भी चित्त द मा द पारा द स्टैंडिंग लेके द कंपास और कजे दुनिया आर यो होत दासी लासम तौरात और का ना मार्कस समिति में दे द मोस्ट हेटेरोजेनियस आइडियाज आर yoked together are brought together जानना नो ला खबर दी पर ला ची द दी पोएम पर एक्सटेसी बांधे सिर्फ एक्सटेसी. Again, there are ecstasy. What is ecstasy? A rapturous desire, delight to it. A rapturous delight. Bacchanalian frenzy with the way. How simple is that extreme state of happiness? extreme state of happiness. That is called ecstasy. Us jandan ecstasy pa poem kisi nga describe kara. Aga wi chikala ma khpal beloved sara handshake ko gana. Da handshake dauran ke chakam de ya zamun chikala nazar milo sho. No da dauran ke chakam de zamun da ruhuna dio bannu wata. Body domda se patet pa. Da ruhuna la ko kwani da bandi yozishu aga deke. Yo bal sara yozishu. Amalgamate shu dwara. Alta ke khpal communion ke yo khpal gapshap lagi yo khpal dal ke those the body they are just nothing because you ruh kana the body lao no bana ko ni sam bage ba no da za kada kal ruhuna na mosta yo zishu da extreme state of happiness data ecstasy ro ecstasy ama most heterogeneous idea क्या पता पड़ा चेहरा ना खबर तो बहरहाल ecstasy da ke se मुकम्मल हो jandan da कोई वीडियो पे वीडियो तो what wild ecstasy ecstasy का मीनिंग मैंने आपको बताया कि extreme state of happiness को कहते हैं ना इंतहाई खुशी तो whatever there was on the surface of the earth imprints were there pictures were there huh? The pictures of the people and gods and goddesses and church was there and village was there and valleys were there and trees were there and mountains were there so all these things together they make this state of ecstasy for the poet. The poet, he has been transported into the state of ecstasy while looking and observing that image. Clear? That is stanza number 1. I think this is sufficient. Yes.